Hi guys, it's me, Brendan the Navigator from somewhere in the world. You'll know where I am in a minute actually when I do the next bit that I'm about to do, but there's something I wanted to show you, three really special things about Thailand, in my opinion. That if you've never been to Thailand, you've probably never seen them before. If you've been to Thailand, you'll be very familiar with them. You'll have had good times with them, and obviously bad times as well. But probably more good times if you just keep working your way through it. But what I really wanted to do was just draw the spotlight on these three and really give them the taste test. And what I'm talking about is Thailand's three most famous beers. And we're going to go in alphabetical order with this. So the first one is Chang beer. So everyone who's been to Thailand now has got a big smile on their face because they know that. And if they're not in Thailand now, they're smiling that they want to get back there. But everyone knows that one there, yeah? At least since 1995. That's when this one was first brewed. So this is, out of the three beers that I'm about to show you, this is the new kid on the block. What can I tell you about this beer? Let's have a little look. I've got to stick the peepers on. I'm not as young as I used to be. It's 4.6, so not in the crazy 5 points and above zone. 8 or 9 of them and you're completely gone. So this one for me is a nice drinker. They're all good beers, what I'm going to show you, but this one for me particularly drinks nice, and it's the one that I always kind of reach for first out of the fridge. As you do. So yeah, very familiar. And I'm surprised that one's only been around since 1995, actually. So alphabetical order, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. Yeah, so next we've got this one. Leo beer. Again, a very familiar logo for people that have been in Thailand. And again, much discussion over this. You're either that one or you're this one, basically. 9 times out of 10 from my experience. What can I tell you about the Leo? I've drunk it quite a lot as well. It is 5.1, so it's got a little bit more of a bite to it than the Chang, obviously. And it doesn't take as many to take you down. And it does hang around in the morning as well, for me anyway, personally. But yeah, beautiful drink all the same. And it's probably, if that's not there, then obviously I'm drinking that. I'm not drinking any of the other foreign beers, which you can get as well. You can get some foreign beers. You can get Heineken and whatnot, but you know, you can drink that anywhere basically. So the last beer that I wanted to show you is, and interestingly enough, before we go on any further, if you just have a look at the label there, it says Singer Corporation. Okay, I didn't know this myself until I just picked up these bottles today to do this review. But the third beer is Singer itself. So I had a little look on Google and just tried to work out what beer came first, but obviously Singer would be first if this is part of the Singer group. But from what I could see, both of these beers are brewed around 1933. I'm not saying around because that's exactly what Google told me, but I think I saw something about 1951 for Leo, so I could be wrong. But in the comments, let me know if you know your beers and you know your Thai beers, then let me know when Leo was first brewed. But I think it was the 30s. So we've got the new kid on the block versus the two stalwarts of beer. So we'll give them a test, and I'm sure you can appreciate that all three bottles are closed at the moment. So I'm not going to do it like I'm drinking from a glass or a pint or anything like that, because that's not how I do it in Thailand. I'll pick the bottle up, open the top, and I'm drinking from the bottle. It's just a lot easier. And what you notice as well going around is that the bottles are collected and used again, and often you might get a Chang beer or any of the other beers and you'll notice the bottle's scraped and scratched and stuff like that. It's just that it's an old bottle and they've been recycled and the beer's been put back into it again, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. So, but for the interest of science, I'm going to open all 3 of them at the same time, and I'm going to take a drink from each 3, and then we'll do a little bit of a review after that, and we'll discuss which one is better. I'm not sure what to use as a palate cleanser after. It ain't going to be water. Right, so here we are back with the first test, and that is Chang beer. Something I go for first mostly if I'm on the beers, which is most days. And generally, depending on where you pick it up, you can go to the big chains that are absolutely everywhere, and I think you can get them for about 70 to 90 baht or something like that. But if you go to Thailand, and whatever hotel you end up at, or wherever you decide to go, just scout around for the little mama and papa stores, because often they do them cheaper all day, yeah, and they're much colder. So that's my advice, is to just scout out the mama and papa stores, and you might be able to get them for about 60 baht. That has happened to me. But anyway, Chang 4.6 is the one that I go for most times, so let's give it a little taste and we'll see what the score is. And again, we're doing it from the bottle because that's how it's done here anyway for people travelling around. I've not seen many travellers ask for a glass. If they are, they're only here on holiday, they're not travelling. But also, I just wanted to say that's not like a hairy wart or anything on my neck. That's the mic. I might have said that already. Wrote that joke in twice. So let's give it a taste anyway and see what he's saying. And you might have noticed as well the beard looking a lot hairier than the last video. I'm not sure whether it should stay or whether it should go, but hold on 1 second. So the first gulp's got to be down beyond the neck there, because that's when you first arrive in Thailand or any hot country, that's the first true gulp you'll take, unless you're a savage and you do the whole bottle. That is crisp, that is smooth, that is, when it's cold and it's ripe, it's delicious. Again, it's 4.6 on the alcohol scale, so it just sits below. I'm not sure what Stella Artois is at the moment. I think has that crept back up to 4.8, or was it 4.6 at one stage? But it went from the dangerous 5s and above down to 4.6. And I'm not a big pub drinker or anything. I like my beers and stuff, but I do know my beers, as pretty much anyone that drinks beer do. But yeah, so this sits below that kind of scale there, so you can happily drink this all night, obviously in moderation and taking your time, but you can happily drink it all night, and you can pick it up for a reasonable price, and most of the time anywhere that's got a freezer stocks this. So yeah, Chang beer, very familiar logo, and yeah, I like it, and we'll do the scores afterwards. Here we are back with the second beer, and for the eagle-eyed viewer there, you might notice that the beer has been slightly drunk down to the acceptable neck part of the beer, which is the first sip that you must have of the beer to review it. Problem is that I did the whole review there and I didn't actually press record on the camera, so a bit of a rookie mistake. Anyway, so let's go on to the second beer, and the second beer is Leo. Now, the Leo beer, I've had some nights drinking on the Leo beer as well, and it's a different type of beer altogether, where the Chang is 4.6, and it's, you know, it's one of them drinks that you can still very strong, and you have to be careful with it, but it's a drink that you can drink throughout the day. The Leo beer, on the other hand, is a slightly different animal. Leo beer is 5.1, and it really sits in the realm of your mindset, this beer. Now, if you're on a budget, for example, and you want to get absolutely hammered, and you don't want to drink spirits and mixers and cocktails or pina coladas, whatever it is, and you just want to stick to the beer, then go there, because 5.1, this is going to make you have a great night. It's going to give you massive hangovers in the morning, but you're on holiday anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. But anyway, I digress. So 5.1 Leo beer. Check the label out. Yeah, it's a cool label. You'll see it everywhere. Again, if you're outside of Thailand and maybe Southeast Asia in some parts as well, you won't see this beer, and you probably have never tasted it. And I've already took a big swig out of it. So on my third big swig now, my toes are starting to tingle. So let's see what this one's saying. Is that recording this time? Thank God. Yeah, right. It's about 3 mouthfuls. I think was the right amount. Now straight away you can taste that is grainier and heavier, and you know, if I had to put a comparison on it in the UK, I couldn't actually. I couldn't. They're night and day. Chang and Leo are night and day. That's both what they are. But again, Chang fits a purpose. Leo fits a purpose. If you just want to get onto the space rocket and go straight off to the moon before the yard arm hits 12, then get on that one there. If you want a nice elevated alcohol experience throughout the day, then Chang is the one for you. But both equally good. Don't get me wrong. They both fit in the pocket very well when you need them to. So yeah, Leo beer, much stronger. You can feel it as well. It's heavier and heavier a drink, definitely. So yeah. Right, things went a little bit haywire there. I did 3 reviews and everything was fine. And while I was reviewing the footage, I started drinking the other bottles. So I got through 2.5 bottles and realised that I hadn't actually recorded the review on this. So this is Singer. This is, I think, the daddy of the 3 in relation to how long it's been around. This is a 5% alcohol, whereas the Chang is a 4.6 and the Leo is a 5.1, and I can attest that mixing them doesn't work particularly well. What I will say about this beer is this is the beer for you if you're an evening drinker. If you're with all your pals and your mates cracking on with their Changs from like 10 o'clock in the morning from the mama and papa store, and he's cracking on with them and she's cracking on with the Leos because she's got, you know, things she needs to drink out of her system over there, but she's just cracking on from 12 o'clock with the Leos, and she's going to be done by 6 o'clock, mate, finish. You'll be in bed after eating a few glass noodle soups, Sparko. The Chang person will still be there. You will be catching up with a Chang person about when the sun goes down. This is a sun goes down drink. So the sun goes down, you haven't drunk all day, everyone else is plastered, falling asleep, crying about whatever. You are still there and you think, right, I'm going to have a beer. What am I going to have? You're going to have a Singer. Because you need about 4 of them from maybe 7 o'clock onwards, and you're going to have the best night, and you're going to wake up with the most moderate hangover out of the 3. But that's easily done with a nice hot coffee and breakfast, and you're on holiday anyway, so don't worry about that, just power through. But this drink also is the wise drink. So when you're in a situation where everyone's losing their mind and someone's losing their bits from Leo and the other person's on a mellow tip from Chang, you roll in with the wisdom at 8 o'clock in the evening on the Singer, and that's where this beer sits. This is the wisest drink of all, but only at the right time. So I hope you remember that. So let's give it a taste test anyway, because I ain't done that and I keep forgetting because I've had 2.5 beers now already. Right, let's taste it. Down to the neck again. That's what the skill involves, yeah. Yeah, this is the drink of the wise. This is the evening drink. If you haven't drunk all day, drink this one from 7 or 8 o'clock and have 4 or 5, and you'll be all right. The others are all day crazy ones, yeah. The Chang is the mellow one throughout the day, and the Leo is for the people that just want to get to the rocket moon quickly. This is your wise person's drink. That's why I haven't got quite round to it yet. Anyway, thanks guys for listening to my beer review. And as always, until next time, keep navigating.